Welcome back, everybody. Please sure to like and subscribe. And we're looking to the doormat. This looks different. No, this looks the same. It's just...
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time. You scared Paimon? No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
I mean, not really. It seemed like a weird place though. Yeah, so we just gotta get into that infirmary and, you know, get the job done.
You really are super thorough. Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Lenny.
Let's see. What does Lenny do? He's always up there. I didn't realize his hair were braided. Like, bro is cute. No
Did you
homo.
two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according...
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
Yeah.
We've taken a look at the slip you sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
you already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation.
Yeah.
We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
Okay.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you.
Since I see you, glad to hear it. Then, let's go
Is now really...
According to my observation. Also, I'm...
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Okay, let's see.
The wind rises.
Let's go.
Quick, follow.
The infirmary's right here. It's pretty close. I don't know
Lynette
why.
should... Strange.
As expected, Sijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around.
Okay. Too slow.
Let's see.
There are some books here and a few files. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijwin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her
Seems quite quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Yeah. Nothing suspicious here. Slept here, didn't we?
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest while she left to retrieve the medication.
Which means either the head nurse...
That's interesting. This thing, right? How did we see this? Like,
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been... The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? Let's look around here for some more clues.
maybe it's also all the time.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you..."
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me!
What is it, father?
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynn... No. Could she have... Is she...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait.
What?
You mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning?
Why?
Why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
From
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley.
what?
He doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason.
Oh,
So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervilet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
why did he only go after him?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he... Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. Wait, you're right. Wait, the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
What? He deliberately made walls.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe. And if Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who fit... I'll go top...
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
That's understandable.
He's rushed out the door. After him.
Oh, she was here the whole time.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make...
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so?
Oh,
Someone? Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably...
oh,
Someone! Please help!
Oh, are you okay?
These two...
wow.
What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic.
What the
Take
hell?
a deep breath before you begin.
She's smarter than we expected.
Human expressions is quite the useful...
Oh, damn.
Wait! Wait! It's no
outside. Like, damn it. Like, there's bombing going outside the house.
He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office!
Oh, this is Wriothesley's office.
Quit following me.
He's captured, isn't he? I have another theory. He's working with the father, aka Knav. Is the case out?
Come out and face me.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor...
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary.
Okay.
I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such...
Stop joking around. Where did you take my sister?
I have also heard
Okay.
that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you...
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means, Lynette, you knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. So you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you...
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for... Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now.
Yeah.
But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think...
Wait, you locked him outside in the...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
Okay.
So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even...
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite...
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving...
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come...
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to black...
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here.
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress.
Not gonna lie, he caught a cold for this.
I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no
Yeah.
Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Wriothesley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to...
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette. Yes. You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Okay.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found? I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
Okay.
what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Is this right?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently. Fonta's internal reports suggest the Fonta promoter has been struggling. We often see Miss Siegewein observing the... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour. The Fonta promoter has been struggling. I've been told that the infirmary is... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. We often see Miss Siegewein observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from human. According to Collins, the We often see Miss I've been told that the infirmary is always... The Fonta promoter has been... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the... Fonta's internal report... Fonta's internal report... The research notes said... I've been told that the infirmary is...
Okay, I put this.
So that's what's going on. I'm not under the hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work through... At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full... Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Siegewein visits the cafeteria. Siegewein has only the best intentions with her surprise gift. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is
I mean,
The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
yeah.
Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that. All right,
Okay.
now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the...
Is there blood?
According to Collins, the pancreation the research notes said that the Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for Fanta's internal reports Fanta's internal reports I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could seizure? The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't. Fanta's internal report.
Oh.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale. To see how it might be, they came to the fortress of Meropede and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying them. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the... Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Wriothesley. You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought you'll pay for this?
What?
Ah!
Winnie, are you alright?
What happened?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijuin. That was a fantastic...
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sijuin? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sijuin.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulet asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely... But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulet told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace...
My dear Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about?
Take me if you want. What?
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. Two more visitors will be arriving anytime. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Okay.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarand.
Lemonade.
From.
What's going on? What is Clarand doing here?
Work.
Okay.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
What? Primordial Sea?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater. Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough check.
I'll talk to Clarand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be.
Okay. We get to see what they're talking about. She just has her hand up.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment.
Why would he ingest a...
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and...
Okay. So what are they talking about?
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes.
Oh.
A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Okay.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to want some tea.
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose.
Okay.
Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Okay. The most NPC-ass conversation.
Lenny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably...
I'm back, everyone.
Alright.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler.
Hi, Mom. Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Alright. He's awake.
His breathing's beginning to slow.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
I'll take him from this side.
she's a cat.
Lynette?
On
Like-
it. Traveler,
What,
you seem
Lenny
pretty
isn't?
worried about him. Want to come with us? The Duke and Clarand are gone.
Yeah.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Can we go up?
Could I tempt you with with some sugar for...
No need.
Alright. Let's see what's going outside. Well, then, now that's over. Because you'll end it right there. And let's see, do we have enough for summons? I think we will in the next episode. So be sure to like and subscribe if you want me to summon.